Hey there, Capricorn. Okay, so these are different videos. Okay, these are definitely tarot videos. We're definitely still talking about the sign. We're talking about all the things that are going on. But these are going to be empowering videos. So basically, these are done with love. These are done with the intention of healing. So if that's something you clicked on here to do, is to look at stuff in a way where we can promote healing. That's what it's about. So in the spiritual community, you always want to be empowering people, never disabling people. Never disabling people. It comes from a place of love. Okay, you guys? So, we're going to start doing your reading. This is the Who Am I Without Them reading. Okay, and this is just going to be June 2018. Alright? And some of you guys may watch this later and be like, well, it was in June, so it doesn't relate to me. Whatever resonates, keep it. If it doesn't resonate, don't keep it. Okay? And you guys, I just want to say that I really appreciate you, and if you guys can like and comment and share and subscribe, it makes it so YouTube suggests my videos to more people, and then we can keep growing as a community and we can keep doing this, okay? So I would really appreciate if you did that if this resonates with you. So with that being said, we're going to go right into it. So our very first question that we're going to be doing is, what were you like when you were with them? Or who were you when you were with them? What role did you play? Okay, so what we get here is we get the Queen of Wands. So to me, when you were with this person, there could have been a spark, especially a very strong spark at first. So this person could have been very attractive. This person could have had kind of a charisma around them. The way I see it is, who you were when you were with this person could have been like a muse, or it could have been the inspiration for the person. This can be a difficult relationship because there's a sense of always having to be on for this person, not in any other way other than just like kind of performing or kind of playing your part. It feels to me like, it feels to me like it's about having to perform in the relationship. And I don't know in what way that makes sense to you, but I'm almost seeing it like it's theatrical. It's very dramatic. It's very played out. Played on. I do feel like play is a pun that's being used, and I feel like it's theatrical. It's like it's coming from a place where there's these emotions that have turned themselves into something bigger than they actually are. Like they're being played on, if that makes any sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but for you guys out there, if this resonates with you, please go with it, okay? And let me know kind of what you think. So we're going to look at what limited your relationship. Okay, so what made it so the relationship was difficult? And I get the Emperor. Oh man, that's interesting. So here's an interesting thing. You have this Queen of Wands. You see there's pastures here, kind of. It's like the woman's free, and you can see that look on her face, like she's like, hell yeah, I'm free, I can do what I want. Very powerful kind of energy, right? Man or woman, that's a powerful kind of energy. And then we have this, the Emperor card. And you can see that he's holding up a cage around himself, and you can see that it's dark. There's kind of an anger there. So what limited the relationship, I do feel like, was the other person's ability or inability to see freedom. So this person was threatened by freedom. This person was threatened by people asserting their will in a free way, in a way that didn't make sense, in a way that wasn't structurally sound to them. So what they like to do is they like to take the freedom that they have or anyone else has, and they like to structure it. They like to turn it into something that it's not meant to be. They like to take freedom and kind of snuffle out the flame. They like to make it into this kind of perversion of energy, where it's like, well, freedom is bad. You should always constantly be busy, and you should never have time to think about things because you should be so busy that, you know, kind of, I hear the saying, idle hands are the devil's tool, but to the extreme with this person, where it's like free time. If you can go on vacation, why can't you be working? I do feel like this sense of like, I can't work, I can't play, I can't relax, I always have to be on. So if that's the person's energy, then I feel like you were mirroring that energy back to them. And this isn't you. Obviously, you're someone who's free. You're someone who wants to be uncontained. You're someone who wants to have this sense of flow, right? It can also be someone who struggles with anger or aggression problems in this situation. Now, the Emperor card is upright, yes. So why am I reading it in a more negative way? because of the way the question is worded. It says, what limited your relationship? So if we're coming from limiting beliefs, and I read this card, I am going to read it like a reversal because we're coming from a limiting belief sense, and we're seeing kind of what the energy was that played out there. So we're going to be doing, why would I want to be alone? So in this situation, why would you want to be alone? Let's take a gander. So I see the Seven of Coins in reverse. So this can actually be interesting. So when I see the Seven of Coins, it's someone who, first off, they're kind of reaping what they sow kind of a thing. When I see it in reverse, though, it could be that finances are now going to be tight. It could be that money just isn't coming in the way it was before. But I feel like money was kind of like a way of saying yes to the imprisonment that you were in. So what I mean by that is maybe this person bought you things to make you feel loved. They didn't show you love in the traditional way, but they showed you love through gifts. And so they would do something really messed up. And then, you know, they bought you a car, or they bought you a puppy, or they bought you something to try and make up for it. Not necessarily apologizing for the bad behavior in the first place, which can be incredibly frustrating. But then they do something like that, and you're like, well, they spent money on me, and maybe money is their way of showing love, and I shouldn't criticize it. And it's like, eventually there has to be another way of showing love and appreciation for someone if you're going to be in a relationship with them in a romantic way. Does that make sense, you guys? So I'm seeing the Seven of Coins in reverse, which to me is like it was hard to leave the situation because I feel like there was money, there was stability, there was something involved where you felt stable, and that's why it was hard to leave, because it was a very structured environment, and because it was structured, it had a safeness to it. So now that you're not in that anymore, you have to kind of understand what role you play in this universal kind of dance that we're all performing. But you can see what it's like in a way where you don't have to be on a leash or a noose with this person. You don't have to be performing for this person. You can just relax. And if that's not something you've done in a while, that can feel very foreign, and it can feel scary, because relaxing is taking the energy of the day, realizing what happened, sinking into a sense of appreciation, sinking into a sense of like, okay, I did my best today, and that was that. And to completely relax, we have to be able to go with the flow, and that can be a difficult thing to do. But we're going to move on here, so hold on. So who am I without them? And I get the Eight of Cups. So this is where it's kind of a little trickier. So the Eight of Cups is a card that can be dealing with like melancholy, it can be dealing with depression, it can be dealing with a sense of loss, like a big sense of loss, because it's a very emotional card. So this person, I feel like, though, you put more of an emotional effort in than this person put in, but regardless of how it's broken off, even if it was you or them, you're processing the emotion. And right now it feels like a lot. It feels like a hell of a lot. It will get easier, but right now it feels very, very tender. It's like a deep cut or a bruise. Right now you're just really babying it, and you're really taking your time to understand where it came from, and you don't want it to happen again. But I do feel like you are looking at it, and you're letting yourself feel the sadness. You're letting yourself go through the emotions. Know that that is normal. If the other person looks at you and says, why are you sad? Why are you this? Why are you that? Understand that it's because they can't express their pain the same way you are. And there's almost a jealousy there. You're letting it out. This person's going to be holding on to this for years, and you're letting it out now. So that's why there could be a jealousy, or there could be a contempt for you as a person with this other person, okay? You do not have to fix them, though. It was never your job. In any relationship, it's never your job to fix anyone. It's always your job to look at yourself, better yourself, and then when both of you have mutually agreed that you can teach one another new things, then you can start to approach the relationship in a way where you're growing and thriving. Until that point happens, they have to do their own thing, and you have to do your own thing, and you just have to have that be it, because that's all there can be, okay? Okay, and then we have, how should I move forward? And I get patience, okay? So to me, when we're looking at, and this is a different deck here, this is the deck I was using before is the Fountain Tarot. Little beautiful unicorn sparkles. I love this deck. Beautiful deck. A little more expensive, but it's really good. I think it's like 30 or 40. I can post the links down below to the deck. I really like it. Very accurate for me because I can get a feel for the pictures better. But every person's different. So if you don't resonate with the art style, definitely take something you do resonate with. Energy Oracle cards. These are what I'm going to be using here for our last question. And these cards are really cool. They're very, very, very big. Okay, like if I grab them and show you, they are pretty big. But, so if we're looking at patience here, that's what I feel is kind of the place we have to come from. So how do we move forward is we have to be patient with ourselves. This person had a way of making us feel rushed breathing, making us feel rushed sleeping, making us feel rushed in a lot of areas of life. And so now you have to learn, you have to go back to those things, and you have to learn how to just be and how to just have that be your energy. Because just being itself is a skill. We're human beings, and that should be something we're very good at. Some of us don't know how to just be. Some of us are human doings. Some of us are you know, maskings. You know, we're masking ourselves. We're doing a masquerade with ourselves, and we don't know who we really are. So in this sense right now, there needs to be a sense of patience, forgiveness, love, kindness, and trust. And the way that we do that is we just allow ourselves to unfold naturally. If we're not feeling like we can do deep introspective work today, don't do it, okay? If you're feeling okay and you feel like you can dig a little bit deeper and you can kind of understand things, go for it. But the whole point of growing and evolving is never to feel like you're a victim or to feel like you need to be isolated or you're cursed or anything like that. It's to start to heal yourself from these wounds. And most of the time they're old wounds or ancient wounds, right? And when we start to look at them, when we start to heal other areas of our lives, and people we come in contact with, we start to heal as well, just from being in contact with them. And that can start to happen. But again, each person's own journey is their choice. And if they want to be along with you for it, that's amazing. That's great. That's what you call friends, and sometimes family, and sometimes relationships. But if they don't want to be a part of it and they're actually opposing who you are as a person or what you want to do, don't have them in your life. It's as simple as that. But don't beat yourself up about any of this either. It's learning, it's growing, and it's appreciating what we have, okay? So with that being said, you guys, if you would like to work with me in doing basically like Skype sessions and things like that, we can do energy clearing where I go in through the chakras, tell you what I'm getting psychically from your energy centers. And we can also do psychic coursework where I teach you how to start from feeling energy to feeling your guides to getting into deeper states of meditation. And me and my guides are actually very good at that. Go into kind of like trance states a little bit, and focus on healing traumatic events that have happened in your life and focus on that kind of thing. We're coming from a place of love and appreciation, and if you guys feel like you would like to extend that energy or expand on that energy, please message me. You can see my website down below, and you can also message me. My email's down below too. So I love you guys very much. I want you to have an amazing day. Take care, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.